Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Crown of Glory here. It's Davina here, and today I'm going to be giving you tips on what you need to keep track of in your bookkeeping for your business. So if you're interested, then stay tuned. Okay guys, as you guys know, tax season is upon us. It's now February as I record this video. I recently just filed my taxes and I did mine the end of the year rather than quarterly. Now I'm deciding to make the decision to do my taxes quarterly because you won't get penalized this way. If you wait till the end of the year, then more than likely you will be penalized if you have your own business, your own storefront. And that's what the person that does my taxes recommended. I already kept track of so much this year. I did way better than previous years, but there were also some things that I missed out on that I realized that I could have put down, things I could have added to my tax preparation. So I'm going to be sharing you things that you guys can add towards your tax preparation, things that you need to keep track of every year for bookkeeping. And you want to do bookkeeping for yourself so that you can keep track of everything. So bookkeeping is basically you have a book or any type of software or an app that will keep track of all your spending, expenses, and even income that's coming in. And I'm gonna break down some things of like what you need to keep track of. So yeah, you definitely want to keep track of everything yourself, and you want to do this even if you decide to keep all your receipts, still write it down as well. So let's get into the video. Okay, so you definitely always want to keep track of your inventory. So inventory in my eyes is basically anything that you bring in that you keep inside your salon or inside your business. So inventory for me would be, and I do have products separately, but it can be, you want to keep track of your products. You want to keep track of products that you're selling. If you make your own products, the expenses for all the items that you have bought, like all the ingredients, all the like labels and bottles or containers. And then you want to keep track of any products that you use inside the salon to do your clients here, or if you do any other type of business, any type of products that you use, barbicide jars, even cleaning products, even laundry products that you might use for your towels or anything else that you wash. You want to keep track of that as inventory. Of course, you could have products separately, but yeah. So next is products. You could do them separately or you could do them together as inventory, but basically things that you are using in the salon that you use. Any of those things are inventory. You want to keep track of your water bill. So and water bills are kind of easy, like any utility bill is kind of easy to keep track of. When it comes in the mail, you keep it in a folder or something like that. You should even be able to get your bills in your email. So I have both. I have paper and I have virtual or email. So every time a new bill comes, it goes through my email, and then every time I pay a bill, it goes to my email. So I will always have track of it. That's how I keep track of those utility bills. So you want to keep track of all your utility bills. I did list different utility bills, but just think of utility bills. We all have different ones. Some people, you might have all your utilities included in your storefront or in your office. The next thing is another utility. So I'm just going to list all the utilities as a matter of fact. So your water bill, your heat or gas bill, your electricity bill, it's just your lights, hot water bill, any if you have to pay for air conditioning, that's normally connected to like PSEG if you live up north. So yeah, you want to keep track of all those utility bills. And then you also, of course, want to keep track of your phone bill because you use your phone to conduct business, to make business phone calls, and to receive business phone calls. I know I do. You want to keep track of your phone bill. You want to keep track of any Wi-Fi that you pay for, any cable that you pay for in the salon or in your business storefront or office. You want to keep track of any security cameras, like if you have an alarm system, even if you have like a bigger place and you actually have an actual person that's there for security and you pay them, you want to keep track of that too. Me, I have a security system, which is an alarm system from ADT, and I pay that bill every month. I pay it monthly, so I keep track of that bill as well. You want to keep track of any laundry that you do. So if you have to wash towels or cakes and things like that, you want to keep track of that. Most people do their towels every week or two, and you just want to keep track of how much you pay every time you do it, and how much you are paying for laundry detergent or anything else that you use to wash the laundry. The next thing will be equipment. So any equipment that you purchase during the year, you want to keep track of it. Like if you bought any new hair dryers, if you bought any new flat irons, you bought a new station, a new chair, curtains, even if you bought a microwave or refrigerator, you want to keep track of that. So any equipment or furniture that you bought for your business, if you bought anything pertaining to that, then you want to keep track of that. If you get Lyfts and Ubers, you want to keep track of that. You normally will have a copy on the app. If you get on the bus, always keep track of how much you're paying, or if you get on a bus or train. If you're paying for parking, you want to keep track of that. I don't have to pay for any parking, so I didn't have to keep track of that. But it just came to my mind. If you have to pay your car note, if your car isn't paid off, you want to keep note of that. And you even want to keep track of your maintenance. So when you get your oil change or anything else, you want to keep track of that, because your driving causes wear and tear, and you will need maintenance of some sort, at least an oil change. So yeah, you want to keep track of that as well and keep it in your books. Even if you had to get any repairs done to your vehicle, you want to keep track of that. You also want to keep track of mileage, especially if you do anything that has to do with traveling. If you're a mobile stylist especially, then you definitely want to keep track of your mileage. These all be deductibles and things that you can write off. If you bought a new laptop, you want to keep track of that. You bought a new TV, you want to keep track of that. If you hire any contractors, you want to keep track of what you had done. So you want to keep track of what it was that you got done. So if you had got a new sink installed, you want to write that it was a sink installation or a shampoo bowl installation, and how much it cost, how much you paid the contractor in full. Write that amount down. I also want to go back to why I said car note. So you want to put how much you paid for the car per month for the year. So and you can even add just the total that you made, that you spent on the car for the whole year, and then they probably going to ask you for the monthly payments, how much you pay per month. And if you pay extra, you want to put that amount down, not just how much they charge you. So yeah, going back, you want to keep track of what you pay any contractors. That includes if you got somebody to paint or to put any signs on the wall. If you pay anybody to clean your windows, you want to add that too. And that's one thing that I didn't do, and I could have did, and I didn't even remember to write down. So I'm gonna write that down now. If you had got any advertisements done, so if you paid for like any Facebook advertisements, promos, Instagram promos, if you paid for advertisement on your store, like for your storefront, like on your windows or your front door, any decals. And I think I didn't add my decal either. I need to put that down. Yeah, I probably could have got way more even after I'm doing this video. But for 2022, I will get back a lot. But yeah, if you had any decals, and then if you pay for your sign during this year or for 2021, and you're doing your taxes, if you pay for your outdoor sign, then you want to add that down too for advertisements. Any food that you paid for, like for your lunch or anything like that, you want to add that. If you had employees, you want to keep track of what you're paying your employees and all that employee information. You want to keep track of the rent, so how much rent you're paying at your office or storefront. Even especially if it's been increasing, then you want to keep track of all of that. You don't want to just, okay, it started off at $1,200 and now it increased to $1,300. You don't want to put 1,200 times 12. You want to do for how many months it was $1,200 and how many months it went up to $1,300. You want to make sure you keep track of the correct numbers so that you are getting all the benefits that you deserve. And I recommend that you keep your money order receipts too. I always get a money order when I pay my rent, and I keep the receipts. You want to keep track of like the money that you're bringing in. So like if you do hair like me, you're a hairstylist, a cosmetologist, then every time you do someone's hair, you do somebody's eyebrows or nails, something like that, you want to keep track of all of that and your bookkeeping. even like if you're selling products or whatever, or other inventory that you have available for your clients, you want to keep track of every time somebody buy it, how much you made from it, and then not just the profit, but how much you made, and also how much the inventory was. So I always keep track of how much inventory I spent, or how much I spent on inventory, and also the full amount that I made, not just the profit, so nothing gets mixed up. You want to keep track of any charity that if you donated any money to any charities, or if you paid any tithes, or if you did any donations. So I haven't done any charities, like put money towards any charities besides giving money to people that might be asking outside here and there. So I haven't donated to any charities, but I did buy things from people that were like, if someone was selling candy while I was going down the street to the store, I bought it a few times. And then if you pay any tithes, so tithing, basically you give 10% of your income to a church or institution or institute. And I paid my tithes during the year of 2021. Whatever tithes I paid, I added it to my bookkeeping. If you have any additional office space, then you want to add that to your bookkeeping. You might have like a 50 square feet additional. Like if you have any office space at home that you use to create videos, for example, then you want to add that down. If you made any money from social media, including YouTube, then you want to write those earnings down. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, if you made any money from that, you want to keep track of that. If you through ads or anything like that, if you made any brand deals, like somebody sent you a product into review and they paid you you money, any type of thing like that you earn money from, then you want to add that. Me personally, for 2021, I didn't have any brand deals or any earnings from social media on any of my platforms. Regardless of the numbers, I'm not monetized yet on my other channel or on this channel. I also didn't do any brand deals this year. 2020, I did do a brand deal. Any investments that you have made, so if you have made investments into crypto, which is like Bitcoin, and then there's some other ones, if you have put into that or even accumulated money into that, like for example, Cash App has an option that if you spend money at a fast food restaurant, you can get about 10% of that back with Bitcoin. So you could get 10% Bitcoin back from the amount of money that you spent. So for example, if you spent $10 at Burger King, you use that option on Cash App, and you use your Cash App card, then you would get $1 worth of Bitcoin back. So I did that option a lot in 2021, and I basically got free Bitcoin. I also bought a little bit of Bitcoin, but I ended up getting free Bitcoin by using that option. And also Robinhood has that option too from Burger King. Burger King and Robinhood are working together, and if you buy something from Burger King, I think it has to be $5 or more, something along those lines, you would get crypto back as well every time you do a Burger King order if you use the app. Something along those lines, and I used that too. So I got a little crypto back from eating at Burger King as well. And I didn't do it just so I could get a crypto, but anytime I ate from there, I was like, oh yeah, I got Robinhood, so let me use it, So yeah, and if you do and have any stocks, if you got any dividends back from any stocks or bonds, then yeah, you want to keep track of any of those investments. And then if you invested in like an actual like just person that I guess you can put that down too. I'm not 100% sure, but any investments, you want to keep track of that. You want to keep track of any business licenses. So normally every year I have to pay for at least one business license. I have multiple business licenses in the state and town I'm in. You have to have them in order to operate your business. So I have my state license, I have my state cosmetology license, I have my city license, and I have some other things too, plus my LLC that I have to take care of. So anything like that, any licenses that you have to pay for, or anything like along those lines, you want to keep track of that. and also any renewals, like if you had to renew any licenses, and I'm not talking about a driver's license, but anything pertaining to your business, you want to keep track of that too in your bookkeeping. These are great things to keep track of in your bookkeeping, and you are for sure to be able to get the full benefit of your tax return and get the most profit as possible. So I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below. You feel like I'm missing out on something else, but you could share that with everybody else. And yeah, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and do not forget to subscribe for more like this. I give tons of advice to entrepreneurs, especially people that are in the cosmetology field. So if you're interested in that type of content, then make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.